You use money every single day, but do you actually know what it is? Not bills and coins, not a number on a screen. I mean, what is it fundamentally? Where does it come from? And why does it sometimes feel like the rules of money work differently for some people than for others? Stick around for the next 5 minutes because by the end of this video, the way you see money will never be the same. Let's start at the very beginning. Money is not wealth. Money is a technology, a tool humans invented to make trading easier. Think about it this way. Before money existed, people used barter. Say you're a farmer with extra corn and you need shoes. You'd have to find a shoemaker who also happened to want corn at the exact same time you wanted shoes. That's called the double coincidence of wants, and it's incredibly inefficient. So societies invented money as a middle step. You sell your corn for money. Then you use that money to buy shoes. The shoemaker doesn't need your corn, he just needs the money. But here's the key insight. Money only works because we all agree it works. A $20 bill is just a piece of paper with ink on it. A number in your bank account is just a record in a database. What gives money value is collective trust and social agreement. That's it. This is called fiat money. Money that has value by government decree, not because it's backed by gold or silver. Every major currency in the world today, the US dollar, the euro, the yen, is fiat money. Okay, so here's where it gets wild. And most people have no idea about this. You probably think the government prints money. And yes, the US Treasury does print physical bills. But here's the truth. Most money isn't printed at all. It's created digitally. And most of it is created by banks. Here's how it works. Let's say you deposit $1,000 into your bank. The bank doesn't just lock that cash in a vault. They're legally allowed to lend out a large portion of it, say $900, to someone else. That borrower deposits their $900 into their bank, which then lends out $810, and so on. This is called fractional reserve banking. Your $1,000 deposit can ripple through the system and effectively create several $1,000s of usable money in the economy. The original $1,000 still shows in your account, but now others are also spending money created from it. Wild, right? The Federal Reserve, the U.S. central bank, controls how much money can be created this way, mainly by setting interest rates. When rates are low, borrowing is cheap, more money gets created, and the economy tends to heat up. When rates are high, borrowing gets expensive, less money is created, and things cool down. So in a very real sense, money supply is like a dial, and the Fed is the one turning it. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful and most overlooked concepts in all of personal finance: the time value of money. The core idea is simple. A dollar today is worth more than a dollar tomorrow. Why? Because a dollar today can be invested and it'll grow. Here's a real example. Let's say you have $10,000. You could spend it today, or you could invest it in a low-cost index fund averaging 7% annual return. In 10 years, that $10,000 becomes about $19,700. In 20 years, it's nearly $38,700. In 30 years, $76,000. From doing absolutely nothing except waiting. That's compound interest, often called the eighth wonder of the world. Your money earns returns, and then those returns earn returns. It snowballs. Now flip it around. This is exactly why debt is so dangerous. When you carry a credit card balance at 20% interest, that same compounding effect works against you. A $5,000 balance you never pay off doesn't stay at $5,000. It grows and grows and grows. The takeaway: time is the most valuable financial asset you have. The earlier you start, the less money you actually need to invest. Here's another thing that affects every single person, but is rarely explained well: inflation. Inflation is when the purchasing power of money goes down, meaning the same dollar buys less than it used to. If a coffee costs $3 today and $3.15 next year, that's roughly 5% inflation. But why does this happen? The simplest explanation: too much money chasing too few goods. When the government injects a lot of money into the economy, say through stimulus checks or low interest rates, People have more cash to spend. If the supply of products and services doesn't grow fast enough to keep up, sellers raise prices. That's inflation. Here's the practical impact. Let's say you keep $50,000 sitting in a savings account earning 0.5% interest per year, but inflation is running at 4%. You're effectively losing 3.5% of your purchasing power every single year. In 10 years, that $50,000 will buy you roughly what $34,000 buys you today. This is why just saving money is not enough. You have to grow your money faster than inflation, through investments, assets, or business. Or inflation quietly eats your wealth while you sleep. So why do some people seem to get richer and richer while others feel like they're running in place? It comes down to one key difference in how they use money. Most people use money as a medium of exchange. You earn it, you spend it, repeat. But wealthy people primarily use money as a tool to acquire assets, things that generate more money. Think about it this way. A liability takes money out of your pocket. A car payment, a luxury subscription, credit card debt. An asset puts money into your pocket. A rental property, stocks, a business, intellectual property. The wealthy obsessively accumulate assets. They let those assets generate income, called passive income, and then use that income to fund their lifestyle. They're not selling their time for money. Their money is working for them. Here's a simple analogy. Most people plant seeds, harvest them immediately, and eat everything. Wealthy people plant seeds, harvest the fruit, and replant the seeds so the tree keeps growing. You don't need to be rich to start doing this. Even investing $100 a month consistently into an index fund is planting seeds. The habit matters more than the amount at first. So let's recap. Money is a technology built on trust. Most of it is created by banks through lending. It loses value over time through inflation. And the real secret to building wealth isn't earning more. It's keeping and growing what you earn by acquiring assets that work for you. Money isn't magic. It's a system. And once you understand the rules, you can start playing the game a whole lot smarter. If this video helped you see money differently, hit that like button and subscribe. We break down personal finance and economics in plain English every single week. And drop a comment below. What's one money concept you wish you'd learned earlier? I read every single one. See you in the next video.